Hello, everybody, and welcome back to hour 2 of our Eberron show, where our viewers, our players, our players actually were just approached by a little gnomish person that they met beforehand, whose life that they saved before, and more or less said, "There's a greater plot out there," and told them that there is a hobgoblin-esque or goblinoid-esque organization that actually plotted to kill her and hired them to more or less solve the problem. They don't like the idea of being mercs, even though they're characters in a Dungeons and Dragons. No, I'm just kidding. They don't like being mercs. It makes sense for 3 out of their characters, and so they're not big fans of going into to do it like this. So they're trying to get a little bit of information. So what they did was they went and found out where the location is, and now they're going to try to discreetly survey the area and find out what's going on. So here we go. You guys are riding on your amazing little disc and trying to navigate your way through that region of the city. Now, you did get directions, and the directions were written down. However, the directions were written down by somebody who knows the city very well. So they used a lot of landmarks that aren't entirely obvious to you guys. So first thing I need is any one in particular person just taking care of complete piloting and everything? Is there like a co-pilot, or is it literally everybody's a backseat driver?
I mean, if she
Salvo,
wants
are you
help.
familiar with this area?
I'm the most familiar, and
Okay.
I probably have not been to the cogs, but work with people from the cogs, so I would be best to guide with the notes.
Okay. Normally I am great with land vehicles. However, magic like this tends to be foreign to me, or alien. Scott, am I okay driving this vehicle?
It's
My
funny.
difficulties?
It's funny that you say that. You're actually going to be rolling this with disadvantage.
Yeah. So, Tensor's theories of conjuration are just odd to me. I don't understand them. And I say this like Stalwar because I assume he being a wizard also like knows what I'm talking
Exactly.
about. These discs, I've never quite understood them.
It can't be that hard, and I'll
It's one
kind
of
of
you
be like,
two.
I'll do it.
Someone's gonna put his
I
hands
look
on
at Stalwar,
Lucas Cauldrons will be like, if you fail, we all die. You know what they say is at the bottom of the cogs? Hot flaming death. Hot flaming death. The kind of
So-
heat that kills you before you touch the
Are
hot
you-
thing.
Questioning my courage, my character, or what? What are you?
I'm
questioning?
just giving you fair warning.
I think it's a
Stalwar,
question of your ability to drive.
if you would take the lead on this.
Let's get the notes ready.
So
Just
Stalbor,
ignoring Luca.
you actually see you take the device, and I imagine you investigate it because that's kind of like Stalbor's shtick. Yes. Do you have any spells that you're able to use on this, or are you just going to do a good old fashioned look it over?
Yeah, I don't have identify. I'm just using my eyeballs.
Not a problem. So why don't you go ahead and roll for me a Arcana check? Okay.
For
So
the record, I wasn't saying Luca shouldn't drive. I just wanted Luca to know that he might kill us. I still want Luca to drive. I want to guide. I actually don't have proficiency in land vehicles.
That's fine. That's fine. So you guys are so you are holding the thing, and you have the gem, and you're like, okay, you're not going to do this, and you're holding the gem, and you kind of start turning it over in your hands and inspecting this, but you have no idea how to activate it.
Okay, well, maybe I can try to rum or something. And I'm gonna give it a shot, if that's okay.
Sure, I didn't know. So you want to actually just be like, you know what? Maybe I should do
use,
this
like,
as opposed to
struggling with
coaching.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you grab the thing and you hold it to your mouth, whispering the commands, and you like let it go in front of you, and all of a sudden, circling and spiraling outwards, so that makes a full disc. Is the thing that I showed. Now, for fancier people, which you might be if you're not wearing your dress, they literally just hop onto it because, like, look at me, I'm nimble and stuff. Haha. But you might be the kind of person that places 2 fingers on the disc and lowers it all the way down. So it's literally 2 fingers, and you lower it slightly, and the thing drops all the way until it's hovering an inch or 2 off the ground.
Okay, I know the incantations. The mathematics behind the spell is just confusing to me. I can probably
Mathematics
do
is
this.
never accurate.
I walk onto
I'll
the
go for that.
thing, and I like extend a hand to Odette to help her on.
Oh, thank you. I will take the hand.
Okay. So you guys all climb onto the thing, and Odette, with the initial 13, you're able to lower it to the ground, as I had said, and you're able to climb on and feel comfortable on there. It's by no means your first time standing on there. The other three of you can roll me in acrobatics really quickly. It's a very low DC. I just want to see if you fall on your face. And Reich. Okay, everybody makes the acrobatics check. Nobody falls in the face or anything. Two of you seem a little unstable, but you get comfortable with standing on there, and now you're able to stand comfortably. Now, again, finishing up with that 13, kind of like placing your hands outwards, because you're not, like some people can literally just stand there like this and control it no problem. However, you are more rudimentary in your understanding of how this thing works. You're like kind of like flying disc 101 as opposed to, a grandmaster disc flyer. So you holding your hands outwards, you focus on the thing and you lift it, your hands up slightly, and the thing lifts up slightly. Kind of like roll your arms to prepare yourself again, and you just kind of like start gesturing forwards gently, and the thing starts like jerking for a little second, and then starts moving forwards rather steadily, picking up speed at a good pace. Now, could you roll me another Arcana check, please?
Yep, with disadvantage.
Of course, always.
Of course,
Yep.
always.
Of course, always.
Okay, so with your 10, the thing starts going too fast, but getting there progressively, so you're able to like slow it down, and they make it a little too slow, and then once again you can start pushing it forward again, and it's going. You're starting to be more comfortable with the way this thing's moving. So we're going to stop rolling the Arcana check for you, because now you're kind of comfortable with its speeds and whatnot. Now it's just a matter of you don't need to roll anymore for basic functions of this. However, sharp turns, things of what, that's where you're going to have to roll the disadvantage tool check that we were discussing. So, moving on. Following the directions that were written down, I imagine it is Odette that's going to follow the directions, or is she saying Stalbor is her co-pilot?
Actually-
I'm explaining them with a little bit more understandability.
Sure,
to
sure.
Odette.
Stalbor, could you do me a favor, actually? And I know this is a little unusual, but we're going to actually have you roll for me. Do you have training in survival or no?
No.
No, that's fine, because I was actually going to have you do proficiency bonus plus intelligence based off of whether or not you're proficient with survival. So I'm going to allow you to just roll flat intelligence then, not save check.
How do I roll intelligence?
Go over
Do
where it
this
says
like
intelligence, and there you go.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm having a bad day. First of all, Odette, we go down.
Okay.
The cogs
Down?
is at the bottom of the city. This first instruction.
Do you mean like down the road or like
No, down.
physically down?
I need like Isvarov. You don't speak Elvish.
I don't speak
down.
Elvish. I'm sorry.
Down.
Down.
You should consider learning Elvish.
So I got like a diagonal to compromise.
So you are going down and into the city, and sadly, not only is that bad, but even continuing directions is like, it literally is one of those. All right, up here you're going to go take a turn, and you say left, and he goes right, and then you're like, okay, and you literally start turning left, and he's like,
Yeah.
I said right, and you're like, I thought you meant correct. Like, did I say correct? And it's literally this big back and forth, and it's not actually Odette's fault. It's literally all of Stalbor's phrasing that is making this happen. And it gets to a point where you guys are now in like a really, really bad area. Like, I mean, it's dark down here, but it's not dark because there's no sunlight and stuff like that, and it's late at night. It's dark here because the area around you, the aura of the place around you just feels dank and dirty. There's literally like mushrooms growing on the side of the building down in this area. There's dirt all over the place. There's sludge in some spots. And there's like a thickness to the air, almost like a permeating dust or cloud or smog or something like that that's here. So you can like feel this. I'm sorry, you were saying something, Odette.
Oh no, it's like Stalbor, can I see the directions for just like a second, please?
Yes, of course.
An Elvish second, maybe. Like I take it to like read it.
Yeah. Another second is a minute. There's like a whole different scale.
So I'm gonna try to navigate myself now.
Okay, would you roll for? Are you trained in survival or no?
No.
Okay, then you were going to just roll me a flat
Actually-
intelligence.
Actually, I am. Sorry.
Okay,
I am
then-
certain to-
Then let me look at your character sheet really quickly. Well, just roll me an intelligence check and add 2 for your proficiency bonus because you're proficient in survival.
Alright.
Why you
Also roll
roll disadvantage?
because I had it clicked.
Come on, dog.
I'm working on it. Okay.
All right,
There we
so,
go.
oh my god, a natty 20! What? That's amazing. Hype, hype. So with your natty 20 of your understanding of this, you easily understand these directions, and actually, because you understand them so well and are able to keep an eye out for all of it, because the details you get well enough that you don't even have to worry about like making perception checks to make sure you get the detail correctly, and that you get it perfect. And actually, it's going to circumvent 2 out of the 3 checks I was going to have you make for
Nice.
your tool check, right? So once you get to the area where you're like, okay, this is where we need to go, and you start dropping down into it, everybody make me a perception check, please, and thank you. Oh man, that was amazing.
Perception.
I don't see anything though.
Man, Twitch has been acting funny lately. It's so annoying.
You don't-
I'm not dropping frames or anything. Twitch is just being super obnoxious. All right, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I don't see anything.
Oh, this is beautiful. So, let's see. As you guys are dropping down, it's one of those things where, because Ollie got a 14, last second, he realizes that where you're dropping into is beneath where a few different goblinkin or greenbloods or, you know, that kind of people. You can't tell if they're bugbears, hobgoblins, whatever. You can't tell what they are from where you are, just goblinkin. Are over ahead. You just dropped past them, and they were crossbowmen, and they now very much have your attention. And you're dropping right down immediately into the pit of where their home is. Odette didn't realize it was going to come up quite that quickly. Stalbor notices this. What do you say?
Goblins! Almost falls off the disc, points very obviously, yells quite loudly. First of all, says the Elvish word
I
for
stopped
goblins, which is
very
not
suddenly.
very pleasant.
Roll me that lands check with disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm hoping for a natty 1. Let's just
it
drop
Arcana?
this. No, it's your vehicle's lands check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that. I had that set as the intelligence attribute.
No,
Is that be something different?
Nope,
Is that fine?
intelligence is
Okay.
perfectly fine. It's actually, so the way tools work is it's what skill is appropriate for now, and because we're dealing with a magic item, we're going to roll with intelligence. You did roll a natty 1!
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
did.
did. I did. Look
Yeah,
at
you
that.
did.
Oh my god, this is amazing! Oh my god!
I did.
Oh my god! Odette!
You're hoping there's combat, Aaron?
Oh my god, this is incredible. So,
Aaron.
this is amazing.
Combat.
So he's like, goblins, goblins, and you're like, oh shit, and you go to stop the thing, but you go so suddenly to try to stop it, you actually increase the speed that it's flopping to the grounds below. And you guys are actually going to somewhat come crashing to the ground below. Can you do me a favor? And everybody roll for me an acrobatics check.
Seems about right.
Raiders are gonna die.
That worked out really well.
Okay. So you guys roll. Oh, sorry. You guys roll for your acrobatics check. Thank you. And with your successes, both Reich and Luca, as soon as this thing comes crashing down, the two of you, and I understand, of course, that the way physics works, it doesn't matter if you jump sideways, that you're still coming down with lots of speed. However, both of you are rather nimble people, and you're able to absorb almost all of that impact by kind of tumbling off to the side. So you were going to very much do that. I'll get to that in 1 second. However, Odette and Stalbor, you guys do not do that at all, and you're going to kind of flump on the ground below. So that being said, and you're crashing in, is somewhat fortuitous, I have to say, because I'm going to drop you over in the map right now. As you guys come crashing down into this map, you actually see that there is a goblin right here, a goblin right here, as well as the other two in this area being hobgoblins. Where it is that you happen to come crashing in, your item right here lands directly on one of those goblins. But because the two of you, and I can totally turn this thing so it's appropriate, because the two of you rolled so poorly, not only did you hit the ground at a bad speed, or whatever the case may be, let's straighten that. Not only do you hit the ground at a bad speed, you actually continue to fall further and tumble into this pit that's right here, which is an additional like 8-foot drop down there. It's a little bit of like a ravine that's there, right? The other two of you tumbled off to the side over here. You are prone at the moment, but haven't taken too terribly much damage. As for what that damage is, could you do me a favor, Luca? Could you roll me 1d6?
Yeah. Sorry. Hold on one second.
Yep, of course. And while we're waiting for him, Stalborg, you roll me 3d4.
I think I'm getting hit by a magic missile over here. Yeah, right. That's it could be worse. Could be better.
So actually, you guys take same amount of damage. It's just kind of like the way that you fell, the way that you hit and everything. You guys take the same amount of damage, falling down, you guys down into the pit, but you're also down into the pit, which is a huge disadvantage. The two of you guys also taking 6 points of damage off to the side. The way that this thing had landed, it comes down, and the force of the disc as it, like the crystal cracks and the force disc goes away, but not before it crunches the hobgoblin that was immediately beneath it. And so there's literally a crunched body on the ground there with a bloodied mess kind of pooling around him. Nothing like spurted or anything like that. It wasn't like you stomped on a bug, but you definitely broke every bone in his body. That immediately brings to alert the two... Oh, I should probably clear this. Immediately brings to alert the two goblins that are there. And I'm curious about something really quickly before we do that. Immediately brings to alert the two goblins that are there. Where's your name, Odette? That should have fixed it, right? So immediately brings to alert the two goblins and the hobgoblin that are there. But everybody do me a favor and roll for initiative. And again, because you guys rolled so poorly on your acrobatics check, you have to roll initiative for me with disadvantage. The two of you.
Okay.
Not Luca.
and,
Not Luca.
okay.
Luca got a natty 20. That's amazing.
Damage? Are they immune? That's great.
Oh, I thought I.
No, we
did it
still
with
take
disadvantage.
damage.
Don't forget to highlight your mini before you roll for initiative. Otherwise, your
I
mini
rolled
does
a
not appear on the
disadvantage,
map.
But it didn't really do it.
Yeah,
I don't
me
know if it
too.
did it
That's okay. Highlight your mini to make sure it actually goes on the map, and roll again. If you're rolling disadvantages, roll twice for me, and
Oh wait, so what I
Yeah,
rolled,
just,
Reich and I
easy.
both took?
Yeah, it's not
yes,
working
correct.
for me, but-
Okay.
I'll just change it to.
That's another natural one, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to somehow get rid of the fact that your name is a link, and I have no idea why it's doing.
Yep.
Is
I don't know
that?
how you
You
broke
can
that.
just turn her name off.
Oh, I found out why.
Found out why? Okay.
Yep, just found
Wait,
out.
So, Odette and Stahlborg both just took 6 points of damage.
Everybody, all four of you took 6 points of damage for different reasons. There we go. Odette, you have a 4. Ollie, you have a 13, which you have on there. Will and Eric, do you have a 9? Perfect. I'm going to roll the other guys into initiative. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah.
And...
Yeah,
The mages
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do.
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you look at our character sheets, you can see what our HP is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
You see how bad we are.
Well, Aaron
Yeah,
likes rolling natty ones. I can actually see because
do.
I have nice little health bars over your heads. All right, so here we
I'll
are.
talk to the people in chat.
Yeah. Oh, if you look at
Check
the character sheets, yeah, you can see the health. Chat can see the health bars too, so it's all good. All right, so
Okay.
Will, because you rolled a natty 20, and this is a house rule that now I'm going to write down because I'm announcing it now, so it needs to be written down to a list of house rules. If you roll natural 20 on your initiative, I allow you an additional extra action. However, if you roll a natural 1 on your initiative,
You get no action.
you get no action. You only have your move action.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, this is great that we're in this dark area. I get all the
Did I
extra
get a bonus action?
You still have your bonus. You just literally lose your action. Okay. So, Will, you have 2 actions and a move and your bonus, of course. It is your turn. Please take the lead, sir.
All right, so this blue thing is the disc, right?
Absolutely. Actually, I'm going to disable the disc at the moment because
Okay.
it totally got
Crunched.
shattered. Yeah. The crystal is left behind.
Okay. I am going to move forward to here. So that's 2 steps, and I noticed them 2 down there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say for the record, Stalbor is swearing very loudly in Elvish. Like, I assume this is a muddy pit or sludgy. And he's just like yelling. He's not being subtle at all at this point. He's pissed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an extra 8 feet down. So what I'm gonna do is I'd have to wait for their turn, right, to help them up.
I mean, they're 8 feet down. You would certainly have to wait they're on the ground at the moment. So you spent half your move standing up, and you still have 15 feet left to go wherever you'd like. You have 2 actions and a bonus action to use however you'd like. However, if you go over to them and try to assist them, they're still prone. You can't even reach them at the moment. So,
Yeah.
so doing that
I
was
guess I'll
probably
go-
unwise.
I'll go here, and I don't see anyone, right? Because I can only move 15 feet, so I move
Stream
15
doesn't
feet.
You are aware of this guy and this guy and this guy that are all prepared for combat, correct?
I can't see any of them. Oh, hold on. So the first guy over here, I actually could go to him.
I'm sorry, you cannot see these bad guys on your screen?
No.
Oh, is that
Not
because
on
you're a
the
human
screen
and you have
as
such
well.
terrible light?
Yeah.
My apologies. I meant to have this thing right here because the magic has just dispersed. I will have it give off just a smidge of light. So we're gonna go. This might or might not help you.
It's fine. The first guy I couldn't see simply because my bubbles above my character were covering him.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. So you. That thing's giving off a smidge of light at the moment. The stone, it'll fade away in a few rounds. So you're gonna move up to this guy right here, and you're gonna attack him.
Yep, I'm going to attack him with my longsword.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see what we do. Do you list? Oh my God! There's a brilliant chance to hit. Do your damage.
Yes, sir.
So let's see. Oh my God. There we go. I'm so sorry. I forgot to put the combat map over here. So there we go. With that 10 points of damage, you actually kill the goblin that's standing before you. Could you do me a favor and tell me, describe it for me?
Yeah, so like this, the light disperses, and I kind of like look really quickly, and I notice that goblin another. I go running at him directly, just with my sword in hand, and almost treat it almost like a spear, and just run it into the wall into him, and then pull it out. And then in doing so, I turn around, grabbing my bow, and I take a shot at the guy over here.
Perfect.
The other one I could see.
Perfect. So you, as you said, so you're gonna have to drop your sword, but that's fine. You can pick it up next round if you want to. So you literally just kind of like throw it into the ground a little bit.
My
in your
sword
shield,
and
yep. And you draw your bow and take a fire. Go ahead.
All right.
That is another brilliant chance to hit, sir. Good job with your 23. Oh my God, Luca, you're crushing it today. You must have something against goblins or something. Holy crap.
Yeah, I do well against goblins, I guess.
So on your turn, you rush forward, stab one guy, throw your sword into the ground, throw your shield onto the ground, draw your bow, line up your shot, and take out another goblin. You still have a bonus action. If you choose to use it, you do still technically have your action surge. If you cared to, you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't even see anyone, so I'm just gonna.
Could you do me a favor? Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Sure thing. Disadvantage. Perception.
Actually, with your 15, I will tell you, and you can probably see the ping on the map, there is a guy over here.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm staying where I am. I'm gonna call out to them. I'm just gonna ask them if they're okay.
Okay. You ask that. The two goblins are dead. Do you guys want to respond?
I'm just gonna say I'm hurt.
Hurt.
Stalbot is still
we should get him out of the pit.
swearing and yelling in Elvish. He has not stopped.
Okay.
So I would lower a bit of rope down to them so we can help them get out of the pit.
It's Stalbor's turn first, so why don't we let Stalbor see what he's going to do?
Yeah.
So I got to stand up, right? Can I not stand up
It's-
and also
Yeah,
get up?
that's half your move. That's all.
No, but like, can I walk out of this pit?
The pit is about 8 feet down, and I understand that you're tall, and so with a hop, you could probably grab the ledge and start climbing up, but that's going to take you an athletics check.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's fine by me.
Which
My
sadly, I
magic
know is that your
not-
only bad skill, and I know you tried to make that not the case, but
You almost
I know.
let me.
I almost let you, but I
Almost
changed it
blinded.
last second because I made you a unique background. You're welcome.
Yeah, I am welcome.
Okay, that was with disadvantage, but sorry, there wasn't not with
doesn't matter.
disadvantage. No, it doesn't. But with your natural one, this is what happens. You start climbing up the side, you jump up and you grab on the ledge, and you start climbing up, and your feet are kind of like scattering up the side a little bit. It's not as graceful as you typically are, but as you're getting up quite a bit, like you're almost like folded in half, your butt sticking out, your fingers lose the hold that they had because that area just kind of collapses, and you fall backwards. You're back right on top of Odette, who is in the middle of trying to stand up. You guys don't take damage or anything like that, but it certainly put a lot of dirt on her clothing and took the breath out of her lungs. Ooh. Ouch. That is ouch. All right, so
Stop swearing. You just hear like a very sad noise.
after that's turn is actually going to be the Oh, yeah, that was your whole turn. I suppose you could. No, that's your whole turn. So after that is going to be this guy who's like looking around, somewhat baffled at what the hell just happened, and he's going to immediately start rushing forward, and he's going to call out like, "Ah! You know, and Reich with that amazing goblin that you just heard him screaming. You can see that this hobgoblin in front of you, though he's not like a huge broad one, he's more of like a hobgoblin of that other tribe, you know, the one that rules an entire country, but you know, it's that tribe. So this hobgoblin's making his way over. He's like, intruders, kill them. And he starts immediately making his way over as quickly as he can to meet up with you. So that was, I'm sorry, where was he? Right here. 5, 10, 15, 20 to get up to you, Luca. And he's actually going to attack you, sir. So
Okay, my AC right now is a 16, not an 18.
Yep, no, I get that because of your, you had tossed off your shield. And my chance to hit, sir, is right there. And it's going to be... I love this new macro I put together, but because I'm not completely used to it yet, it takes me a minute to roll every time. Okay, so my total chance is going to be against the 21, so I definitely hit you, and I'm actually going to deal, and this is considerable, I'm going to deal 7 points of damage to you.
Ooh, jeez. Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty painful. So I deal 7 points of damage to you. So Luca takes like a heavy blow, not having his shield up, throwing his arm in the way to block like he usually would, but then his arm catches it, the armor does, but it hurts considerably because it slides to a kink and then leaves a cut in his arm. That is actually his turn. It's now going to be E-Rock's turn. Let's go, Reich.
Let me see here. Yeah, battery there. So I think I'm just gonna come up and join. Will here, and I'm gonna just attack this guy that we got still
Sure.
on the side.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, we have one behind us, so I'm gonna leverage an attack against this first guy.
Okay. No, there's nobody behind you. Oh, there is, huh? No, that's the guy I crushed. That guy's dead.
Oh, he's crushed. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
sure because
That guy was under the thing.
Yep.
sound flop up. All right, let me give this guy the old sword with the sword. All right, so that's probably the hit. Is 18.
Okay. It definitely hits. I'm sorry. That is clearly a hit. It's an 18. That's amazing.
So that's 6 points of damage to him.
I can tell you that these guys are wearing breastplate armor and seem to be somewhat nimble, but they're not. They don't actually have shields on them. 6
Does
points
6
of
points take him down.
6 points does not take him down, but it does hurt him a considerable bit.
I'm gonna hit him with my my normal unarmed strike, I guess.
Awesome. Unarmed strike is also going to be a hit. Good job with that one. And an additional
A lot of damage.
an additional 3 points of damage, so you did a total of 9. Sadly, he is still standing, but he is hurting, and he's hurting considerably. Odette, it is now your turn. You don't have an action, just your move. It takes half to stand up.
Yep. Well, so I'm obviously clearly hurt. Like, I have a 4 health right now. There's definitely bruising, like, in probably one of my ribs, if not, like, absolutely breaking. So I'm going to enter a Swift Surge, which is what I decided to rename the Blade Song.
Okay.
Just empowering myself with the magic of transportation and movement.
Mm-hmm.
And I stand up. Can I attempt to climb out of here in this round, or is that going to be an action?
Because of the fact that you did your blade song, are you able to dash as a bonus action or no?
No, you're thinking of Expedition Retreat.
Then no, you're not going to be able to do that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
So I will just hold my side and kind of like lean up against the cavern and take a moment to breathe.
You can of course draw your weapon as well if you would like.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll do that.
That is going to be back to Luca's turn. Luca, who's crushing it.
All right, so Luca's gonna turn to this guy who actually did a considerable amount of damage, and he is going to pick up his. He's gonna drop the bow and pick up the sword. What is that? Does that cost my bonus action to do that?
Dropping the bow is a free action, and then your once a round free action to interact with an object is used to pick up the sword.
Yep.
You may make an attack.
I do that, and I make an attack against this guy.
Go right ahead. Why are you rolling with disadvantage?
Actually, sorry, I clicked prematurely. It was a premature click.
I heard that about you.
I'd be attacking with
Premature clickage.
Yeah, premature click. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, and your 13 chance to hit is actually a flub. You did not hit this man, sir.
Rough.
All right, so upon not hitting him, I am going to action surge, and I will use my second wind.
Okay. You second wind is your bonus action, which heals you 11. That's amazing. And then you're going to do your action surge, which is going to give you another action. Please go ahead. 2 actions, 2 rounds in a row. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, you hit.
Nice.
And that,
Yeah,
even though you only rolled a 1, that 6 points of damage is enough to kill steal this guy. So let's describe this one more time. You guys come crashing down because Odette was not able to stop it in time. She actually accelerated out of like a moment of like, ah! And you come crashing down and you crunch one of the guys. 2 of you go flying off of the thing and down into a pit where you're currently stuck. And 2 of you kind of roll off into the other side, slap against the wall, but you're relatively okay. Luca really quickly realizes the danger they're in, and his warrior instincts that were honed into him so well at Reichenmark Academy, as opposed to the Wizards Guild found floating over the lands of Onder, make him spring to his feet as quickly as he can. Drawing his sword, he rushes forward and thrusts the sword through one of the goblins. Seeing the danger off to the side, he pulls that sword out, sticks into the ground, draws a bow, lines up a shot, and hits another goblin. A hobgoblin, taking the opportunity, shouts out some sort of something, comes rushing at him and gets a cut into him forgetting that his shield wasn't there, and takes a cut in his arm. He immediately drops the bow, taking a step backwards, drawing the sword off of the ground, and comes swinging forward with a hard, heavy swing down in an arc, cuts the guy deep into his clavicle, finishing him off. Let's not take credit away from Reich, who had injured him first and opened up his defenses for Luca to finish the job. But Luca walked into this looking like an incredible god, just springing to his feet immediately and acting out in combat. Thank you so much, Luca, for that. Now, you guys know that you're in this situation where you're down in a pit. Clearly, you can see that there are a few different exits out of the room that you're in right now. 3 or 4, maybe more, exits out of this cavernous area that we're in right now into something that seems to be rather well formed. Wonderful. You can see that right now, and a warning was called out as to whether or not somebody's going to respond. You don't know. We are out of initiative. Please tell me what you guys are going to do. Go.
I go to help them out of the pit.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop him a rope.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like lean down and like forearm grab Stalbor.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, Stalbor, sort of Stalbor. You can like it's probably you doing most of the work, but yeah, he accepts the help and pulls up and is silent now.
I'm still in a swift surge. I'm attempting to get out on my own.
Okay.
Because I have advantage in acrobatics right now.
Okay, so ignoring Reich's tossing a rope down there, you're going to try to get out on your own.
I might take the rope.
Okay,
I'm not
so
gonna take anybody's hand.
okay.
Yeah, that's why I did not do it.
No. That's okay. Because of the fact that you are using the rope, that reduces the DC to only a 10. So you start trying to like run, skip up the wall, but your feet quickly slide back downwards, and it looks like you might be eating it against the wall, like smack your teeth on the way down or something. But you grab the rope deftly and nimbly, hold on to it. Reich grabs the weight, just immediately tugged on it, and then him pulling slightly, and you also scrambling up are able to get out of the pit. Stalbor, you don't need to make any check. You actually have Luca, who's reaching down and more than strong enough to grab your thin frame, your frail frame, and pulls you out of the pit. You might not come out incredibly gracefully, but that's okay. You got out safely. The 4 of you are now standing there. We'll clean up this map really quickly. You and you are all gone. Stalbor's here. That making Luca here. We're going to put her over here. And the gem is, of course, right here, as you can see it on the map right there. So, what do you guys do right now?
So right now I grab my sword and shield and kind of put them on my back, picking up my bow, and I say, find a way out of here, I'll keep watch. And I'm just ready with my bow to shoot at whatever comes near us.
Absolutely. So you're kind of ready in action in case something heard what was just called out. Now, luckily for you guys, even though hobgoblins are creatures that can see in the nights because they have a long genetic history of living inside caves and stuff like that, hobgoblins themselves are not uncivilized goblinkin. They are the kind of goblins that are awake during the day and asleep at night. So it's very likely that at this hour that you're dropping into their home, they're asleep, and hopefully they didn't notice what you said. However, they do seem to have goblins with them. Goblins are a little bit different. We'll worry about analyzing that in a second. So you get prepared. Reich, everybody else, quickly, what do you do?
I'm probably crutching my side and trying to tend to my wound.
Okay, awesome.
I'm going to pick up the gemstone then. Oh, wait, do we have a minute?
You guys have as much time as you think you might have before
Then
something
I'll
happens.
very quickly cast Healing Elixir.
Casting
while I
takes a
see you
minute, yeah.
start-
Okay.
Yeah, while I see you start casting this, I pull the elixir you gave me.
That is turned
It's
to
go-
mush.
So yeah,
Like-
I pull it
Yeah.
out to give it to, and I'm just like, I look at it like it's not that clear white.
Hold on.
awesome
Yeah.
color.
What color is that now, Stalboy? Thank you, Luca.
Oh, it is actually black. It is black and like
That's a weird noise.
as you hold it, the ice that made up the glass would be shaking. You should not.
Yeah,
and
so-
Stable will go like it. Just like you should.
Yeah.
Throw that.
I'm like tossing it to Odette for her to use. Stalbor says this would heal you, and I toss it to her.
As you toss it to Odette, the ice that had
Oh, no.
comprised the glass finishes melting mid-air and turns completely to a semi-translucent liquid, but the inside of the thing is completely covered in that black, muddy kind of liquid, and you toss it over to Odette, and it splats. Well, I don't know. Make me a dexterity save, Odette.
Ah,
Make me a dex save. I'll give you this.
He gave you that.
Am I proficient with dex saves right now? Or am I like have advantage with them?
No, your
I don't
thing
think
doesn't.
so.
Yeah, your thing doesn't give you that. Yeah, that'd be
No.
insane.
It is advantage on con saves.
Yep,
in
but this
certain
isn't con.
situations.
This isn't con. Well, after
Alright.
it hits you, it might.
This. Oh, sorry, I rolled for
It hits
advantage
you, it
again.
might
I'm
be a
sorry.
con save.
What? I mean, Aaron, you're throwing away all your 20s on bad
I
rolls.
know, right?
So,
God.
seeing this thing coming, you quickly dodge out of the way to the point where not even a single drop gets on you as he throws this thing. You immediately looking over, you can see the look of somewhat surprise and shock, I guess. Sorry, shock and horror on Luca's face as he realizes what he just did. You guys go ahead.
I told you it only lasts a day.
I imagine like I roll over onto like my injured side and I just like scream, and it's like
She
I
screams.
need a
finish
minute
making-
to rest.
Stalbor will finish making his elixir, stand up, look at Odette, and then hook it on his like lapel, and then go and pick up the shattered gem and he'll put it in his bag.
Okay, so because Odette let out that scream while all this was happening, I imagine, what was Reich doing this whole time, Mr. Quiet?
I think Reich fell asleep.
Hello?
Eric,
Eric?
I'm here.
Well, what are you
I'm
doing?
hearing you guys.
Did you fall asleep? Did that just
I'm
happen?
having trouble hearing you guys.
Oh.
How are you having
My
trouble hearing
eyes,
us?
I was resting my eyes.
Turn the volume up, buddy. Oh, rip. Hard
I
rip.
keep hearing you guys freeze.
That's weird.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, we're coming in good. Don't worry, we'll have you do a full reboot on our next break in 10 minutes. But what was Reich doing this whole time?
All right. Well, Reich was. I'm standing watch with. I'm standing watch with this guy over here, just because I don't really. Let me see. I can't see anything right here. Yeah, I'd be standing watch with him. I have a bow too that I'm gonna hold out, and I know that there's people above us that were armed and probably coming down on us shortly.
Okay. Awesome. So, because Odette let out that scream, that's certainly going to cause another thing. Passive perceptions for me. Everybody tell me what they are.
Oh.
Luca's a 13.
Okay.
What's that? 14.
Okay. Rin, passive.
Passive.
passive perception. Oh, I'm sorry. Not that high. 9.
9. And Reich?
Passive perception is 12.
Okay, so you said there was a 13 or a 14 there?
13.
So the 13, Luca, you
14.
standing guard and everything, you hear coming from down here, the scraping of the ground sounds like feet on the ground or moving forward or whatever the case may be. It sounds like it's like something trying to creep over, but standing out enough that you hear it and take notice of it. So I imagine you cock your bow and aim it that way.
Yeah, I turn quickly that way, and I say, I call out to Odette, and I say,
You don't need
"We
a
should
call. They're
probably-"
all standing immediately next to you.
Oh yeah, well I say like, we should probably find a way out of here. Quickly.
We're in
Well-
the cogs. There's no easy way out.
Maybe if you would stop throwing poison at me.
Get the
I
gem.
just have a
Technically
minute to
not
get
poison.
Get the gem. Let's
He
go.
has the gem.
Oh, sorry, I just saw it on the map.
It's in my bag now.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, because of the fact that you're preparing an action this entire time, you are going to be able to get an attack of opportunity. Well, a prepared action attack against this guy with your bow. It's a goblin steps out, brandishing a sword. With your 14 chance to hit against the goblin, you are actually going to hit it. But however, even though you do wound it and it lets out a cry, and every time something makes a noise, you know that more than likely more and more people are going to hear this. Sadly, you do not fell the creature. Stepping out from this side over here, and Reich, who had prepared an action for this side, readied bow, you were also able to make a prepared attack against it. Okay. With a 19, you hit. And 7 points of damage, you understanding goblin anatomy and the way they move significantly better, you are actually able to fell the creature one shot. As soon as it steps out, you heard Luca attack first. Your eyes sharpened, you prepared, and you heard the scream of Luca shooting the one down below. You heard it was that of a goblin. So you immediately aimed a smidge lower, and as soon as you saw movement, release the arrow, go straight into its chest, and you fell the creature. That one is dead as well. This one over here is not. We're not going to have you guys roll for initiative. You're good with the ones that you have there, especially considering the conditions all of you are in at the moment. Actually, you know what? E-Rock, highlight your token and roll me initiative again. You are allowed to re-roll because of the way that you've described stuff.
There you go.
I rolled a natural 20, however. My baddie right here.
Yes.
But
that one.
That was much better.
That was almost depressing.
I rolled a natural 20 as well, giving me a 22 initiative. However, I always fall behind PCs. Luca, you get one more action before I go. The one down here that you didn't kill.
The one I didn't kill is getting shot again with my bow.
Okay. That is a natural one. It is a flub of a miss. You take this thing and you let that thing out, and you actually see, like, you feel like a strange pull in your bow as you release the arrow. With a quick look down, you can see that it's not broken by any means. So it's not broken. It's still functioning, but some of the string that makes up your bow string kind of broke and split, and it unraveled quickly. Your bow can probably only take a few more knocks before it needs to be restrung. You probably have extra string on you, but it's going to take you a full minute to redo. Okay, that being said, immediately afterwards, going to be their turns. This one turns his head down the hallway and starts screaming out, which Reich knows immediately to be, intruders, wake up, intruders, alarms, intruders. And he starts charging forward, like, and attacking at Luca. Coming from the other direction is another one, but this one, seeing Odette kind of like nursing a wound while drinking a potion, comes rushing down and attacks at Odette over here. Odette, it has been over a minute since you have used your Blade Song. Is that over, or is that still in there?
Let me double check.
He's trying to kill Odette.
Right?
Okay. While you're looking, you're going to attack
tell me.
Luca.
Try it.
Go ahead. 16 hits.
Yep. Making sure my chance to hit is good, and it is. And it's funny is I actually rolled a crap ton of damage. That's because I rolled the wrong die. My apologies.
Okay.
It's not. So I actually rolled maximum, so I'm actually going to keep the maximum because I rolled it. But I'm going to reduce the die type. So fine. I'll roll the correct.
New die, new come on.
You'd make us do it.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right. So instead you take 3 points of damage instead of, it was supposed to be 7. I was reducing it to 5, but I guess you could take the 3. So he comes rushing forward with his dagger, and he lunges, and he hits you for 3 points of damage with that dagger. Odette, I'm attacking you now. Do you have an answer to my question?
I don't. Sorry, it doesn't specify.
How long it lasts for? Concentration up to
1 minute, so it's over.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Against your AC of, is it a 19 currently, or is it the reduced one?
No, it's 13.
Okay, I actually do hit you with a 13 as opposed to a 19. A 13 definitely hits you.
Wait, I'm gonna cast shield. You hit a 17.
I do not. I actually rolled a total of a 16.
Alright.
Whew. Whew.
Wasn't there a mention in Skype about how I hate your character? Was that a thing?
There was.
That Skype chat got to, listen, you guys have to understand, when I got to my Skype earlier, I was on the roll for it one. I opened it up and looked at it, and it was 140 something messages. And I was like, ugh. And I was in a bunch of them that all had so many messages, and I was like, ugh. And so I had to prioritize the ones that I read, and I was like, I'm not reading this 40 something over here. I'll just talk to him soon.
So 17 for the round.
I took a shower. I'm not even joking. I took a shower and relaxed for like half an hour, and then I was like, oh crap, okay, there was conversations. So I miss with my attack. He also lunges forward with a dagger, and he finds a kink in your armor, and he goes to hit it, but suddenly you throwing your hands up and saying the command or whatever it is, a field of force stops the blow and turns it aside. So the blade is turned aside, and he does miss. He also turns, looks over his shoulder, so not quite as loud as the first one. It's like, and it is now going to go to Eroc's turn with your upper initiative, your higher initiative. Go.
Right. So I'm going to put down my bow for now, and I'm going to draw my short sword. I'm going to swing at the one in front of me.
Okay. You hit the one in front of you.
All right. So do my damage first. 3 is probably not going to take him down.
The one that's in front of you is not injured. 3 does not take him down. No.
All right. So I'm going to use my flurry of blows then.
Absolutely. Okay, so your first flurry of blows is a miss, and your second one is also a miss. I do apologize. So you go swinging at this guy one more time. He's able to dodge out of the way, mostly because he's nursing.
Hit him, right?
Correct.
So, I'm actually going to use my once per day ability, Saving Face, given that I have the most people around me, so this is when it's most effective, which allows me to get a +1 bonus to my attack roll equal to the number of allies that are within 30 feet.
Yeah, you have 3 allies. You get a +3. It gets you to 14. Your first flurry of blows hits you. That ability I gave you is just awesome. Okay, so roll your damage then, sir.
All right, damage.
You're gonna love those macros, right?
Part.
So
Yeah,
that's
only the first part of this one that
of
counts.
course
So
3 points of damage, which is enough. You actually go swinging at this person. So we're gonna describe it like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna let you describe it. Swing with a sword, and then somehow you use your saving face to hit it with your flurry of blows. You describe it, sir.
So I swing my short sword down. Once again, I don't really usually do damage with my short sword. I use it a lot to draw attention away from their other body parts so I can strike them, because I don't like to deal lethal blows if I don't have to. So I use my short sword to bring his attention up high, and I go to hit him with a kick, which I miss, and then I go to swing my fist, and it looks like I'm going to miss in that first, but then I kind of throw my body into it, allowing me to actually elbow him in the face, and I look sharply over at William's character, making sure that he saw me hit him and take him down, and then I turn my attention back to the other goblin.
Okay. Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you very much for the description. It's now Stalbor's turn, and I know that it's been a little over a minute and you spent most of the time casting that spell, but you did specifically say that as soon as, like, before or after you cast that spell and handed it to Odette, you were going to grab the gem, and it was adjacent to you.
I didn't give it to Odette. I made a point of making Odette know, but I kept it.
Yeah.
The gem, right?
Oh,
No,
the
the
gem
potion.
I have and the potion is
Yeah.
mine as well.
Oh, you didn't give it to Odette. My apologies.
no.
I literally just like put it on my chest, just like
Yep.
while looking at her.
Okay. Gotcha. By putting it on you applied it to yourself? You healed?
No, I'm like.
Oh, okay.
On the belt thing.
I was gonna say I didn't remember you actually healing, so that's why.
Oh, no.
Okay, cool. But you did pick up the stone. You did say that beforehand, so you do have the stone in your hands. What do you choose to do on your turn?
It's like, well, I guess we're killing the terrorists now, and I'm gonna toll the dead.
Oh,
Okay, so it's going to be a wisdom saving throw, and because they're missing health, they're going to take that bottom number there in accordance to the macro, which is 5 damage.
Lovely macros.
Yeah, what can I say? I
That's
try.
beautiful looking.
I try a little too hard. And you know what's funny is I rolled a 12 for my wisdom saving throw, so I actually fail, and I take that 5 points of damage. And you cast it on which one?
I can only see this guy.
Oh, yeah, it's the only one that's left. My apologies. And so you're told the dead does, in fact, kill it. So something comes up, and it hears the dong, and it literally, all of a sudden, its eyes widen, and its body becomes rigid. And then, somewhat cartoonishly, it falls with a completely rigid body, almost as though rigor mortis has already hit it. It falls over sideways. And after it hits the ground a few seconds later, its body becomes limp and slumps to the ground again. Odette, it is your turn. You do not currently see any opponents.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay, you cast Mage Armor yourself. Anything else?
No.
Okay, it's now William's turn. William, top of initiative. What do you guys can, of course, speak as well. We're going to hold initiative for now. You can speak as well, or you can take an action. It's up to you.
I'm going to say, get us out of here. We're kind of trapped down here.
Fuck getting out of here. They all die.
No.
Can I see the gem, please? I can reactivate the disc.
Hand it back over.
You
at least
activate
get
it,
out
no
of-
problem.
Excellent.
I would say we should at least get out of this particular area.
Yeah.
We're the ones inside the kill
agree.
box.
Okay, so you hold the stone out somewhat over the ledge a little bit, and then all of a sudden, hold on one second, let me just do one of these. All of a sudden, shink, the whatchamacallit comes and takes over the spot that's right there because of how you had it set and pushed it down. You guys are easily able to step onto the thing. Okay, so everybody steps onto the crystal. I'm actually gonna set this everything a little bit smoother. Everybody sets onto the crystal. Let me do one of these to back. Baby, there we go. Everybody stands on the crystal to get ready to start going. Odette, can you do me a favor and roll for me a with disadvantage your vehicle's land check?
If we fall down this pit.
Scott, I would like to once again equip my bow, and in the event that there is someone I can shoot, I want to try to look out for people.
So if somebody comes from down below, you want to shoot them? Like you're keeping your
I'll
eyes
try to
down?
shoot them.
Okay, awesome. Are you doing something similar, Luca?
I'd say I am, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to while standing on this thing and it's moving. So I'll try.
I'm not even going to make you guys roll me an acrobatics check. You're actually stable enough on it.
All right, then yeah, I will be.
None of your characters are renowned to be clunky, or you're actually rather dexterous. I think you have a 14. That's a pretty dexterous person, and this thing is designed to be stable, even if Odette sucks at it. So
I did a fantastic job just now.
Odette, actually, you rolled
I don't know what you're
amazingly
talking
with your disadvantage. That's incredible. So with your disadvantage, you rolled a natural 20, which you flopped, and you got a 15, which got you a 20. You guys actually immediately start rising out of there. As you guys start rising out of there, one of the things that you notice over here, sir, is that let me clear the map of these dice in my way. One of the things that you notice over here is that there's actually a hobgoblin down below Reich that appears. He appears down below, and he's actually wearing some crimson purple colors. Sorry, not crimson. Wow, some like rich purple colors. The colors don't really strike any thoughts to you at the moment, but you see he's wearing rich purple colors as he steps around the corner, and he looks around, he looks up, and he sees you guys flying overhead. He's quickly looking around for something to attack at you guys with, and starts running forward to grab like a dagger off of one of the bodies because he doesn't have a ranged weapon on him. What do you guys choose to do? Oh, one more detail. He does not look to be one of those floppy little hobgoblins you saw before. This one seems to be properly built. Go.
Well, I would like to try to shoot him.
Yeah, shooting him with my bow.
Okay, you guys had your prepared actions. You're welcome to shoot with your bow. Actually, you know what's funny? Is that you're going to shoot with your bow, and because you have higher ground, and because you attacked him before he actually noticed that you were up above, like he was aware of combat, but he didn't see you because you were flying up, I'm going to give you guys advantage on that one. Eric, please re-roll me with advantage.
And I am going to
That's almost double natty one.
Shit.
That's funny. You actually still got
man.
11. You see, that was almost a double natty one that like teetered there.
Yeah.
That's funny. Will, you do
I'm
hit?
using a superiority die to do a trip on him as well with my damage.
I believe a trip can only be done with a melee weapon attack, sir.
It doesn't say that, sir.
Then you can do a trip attack with your bow. Go.
Oh, let me click my character first for this macro. There we go.
Bam! Oh my god. So sadly, you already did roll the attack roll, which is fine.
Yep.
Right? So add. Oh no, you don't roll the attack roll as part of this. That's right. We roll the attack roll first and add this
Correct.
one afterwards. There we go. So you add 5 to the damage roll of 10, doing the total of 15 points of damage. And does 15 kill him? It does not, but he has to make a strength saving throw. Let me just roll this over here. My mouse is acting up for a second. Make my strength saving throw. Kind of funny, actually. So you line up your shot and you shoot down, and as he's going forward, you actually clip the side of his leg, and you hit it hard enough that he trips over the pane, and he stumbles to the ground, making it so he can't even get to that dagger in time to throw it at but one of you guys.
So he catches an arrow to the knee, you would say?
Not quite to the knee, because he can still walk if he got back up, but he does catch it to the side of his leg, and the pain trips him up, and he falls. So, and you guys start immediately flying up there with incredible speed and accuracy as Odette is avoiding the ceiling and flying you guys up. Why don't we take a 5-minute break and come back for our last hour for this week's session and see what happens next. So we'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. I really want to go pee and maybe get myself something to drink, and I'll see you guys shortly, okay?
Yeah.
See you in a minute.